India today witnessed a single-day spike of 48,916 positive cases of coronavirus and 757 deaths according to the previous day's figures released by the Health Ministry on Saturday. The total COVID-19 positive cases in the country now stand at 13,36,000, including 4,56,000 active cases. 8,49,000 of them have been cured, discharged or migrated, and 31,358 deaths. According to Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi, who has written a letter to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, she has detailed suggestions to better handle the COVID-19 situation in the state. Gandhi has expressed her concern on the number of rising cases, low testing, shortage of beds, among other problems being faced in the Uttar Pradesh. A cabinet meeting chaired by Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot last night discussed the 6 points raised by Governor Kalraj Mishra for calling an assembly session. The meeting was held at the Chief Minister's residence, which lasted for nearly 2.5 hours. Discussions over the points given by the governor with regards to calling the assembly session were held in the meeting, the sources said. The governor had earlier sought a reply on the 6 points from the state government, including about the reason to call a session of the assembly for a floor test. The cabinet note to the governor is likely to be forwarded on Saturday. The Ashok Gehlot-led Congress government, which is facing a political crisis after rebellion by 19 dissident Congress MLAs, including rebel party leader Sachin Pilot, wants to hold the assembly session to prove the majority on the floor of the House. A Central Reserve Police Force sub-inspector allegedly shot dead his superior before killing himself in the Lodhi estate area of the national capital. The incident took place around 10:30 p.m. on Friday at 61 Lodhi estate, which is a bungalow allotted to the Ministry of Home Affairs. Officials said an argument took place between Sub-Inspector Karnail Singh and his senior inspector Dashrath Singh. The sub-inspector allegedly killed the inspector with his service weapon and later shot himself dead. The sub-inspector hailed from Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir, while the senior inspector, was from Rohtak in Haryana. There was no respite from the devastating floods in Assam and Bihar on Friday, with 3 more deaths reported from the northeastern state and a total of around 37 lakh people severely affected so far. In Assam, nearly 27,80,000 people across 26 districts have been affected by the deluge. The deaths were reported from Barpeta, Kokrajhar and Morigaon districts. The death toll due to floods and landslides this year has risen to 122. On the other hand, nearly 1 million people have been affected in Bihar, where the Gandak river breached 2 embankments at 3 places, leaving several areas inundated. There was no report of loss of life so far. US federal prosecutor has charged 4 Chinese nationals with visa fraud for lying about their status as members of the Chinese army while they were conducting research in the US, the Justice Department has said. The FBI has arrested 3 of them, while the 4th, who is a fugitive, is currently being harbored at a Chinese consulate in San Francisco. Each defendant has been charged with visa fraud, and if convicted, they face a maximum of 10 years in prison and a fine of $250,000.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.